Hey, Ty here, so welcome to the VR Tech channel. So it's Friday and many things happen in VR, and this week more than ever, and we're here to talk about it. The AirLink manual leaked, and Tracking 2.0, the Ghostbusters game, Bonelab running 120Hz in standalone mode, a new environment, and also a game that I was really waiting for. Let's get into it. So do you remember the last story about the device to make the link connection much better? Well, there's another leak, and this time it's actually the manual. It seems like we're getting very close to the release of this product made by D-Link, by the way, at least from the increasing leaks. And as you can see from the manual, it doesn't seem really customized for Meta or Oculus, but it seems like to be the regular D-Link dongle that we saw from D-Link already. I saw a lot of interest from you from the latest video talking about this thing, and yeah, it seems like we are in the right direction to actually get it. Let's remember that this is gonna create a dedicated connection with your Quest to, of course, have an higher bitrate, so a better video quality during streaming of your PC VR games. PC VR game, something that was completely lacking from the Meta gaming showcase that we had during this week. I made a video with all the trailers, by the way, it's gonna be the one before this one in the week. There was one major announcement that actually wasn't present in my preview. And yeah, we're talking about an official Ghostbusters game in collaboration with Sony. So it might also be possible that maybe we're gonna see this coming to PSVR 2 as well. This seems like to be a co-op game where you have to bust some ghosts. It's a Ghostbuster game, and we just had a teaser trailer, by the way, so the graphics are not gonna be really those, but it's just interesting that Dream, that is a great record of great games, is actually working on a big IP like this one. And now we're not talking about the small experiences that we had in the past. An experience probably similar to Phasmophobia that is really popular on Steam right now, and also the VR version just got a new update. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. What was missing though from the show is any mention to games are gonna arrive after 2022, like some games that we knew that were in the works, like a Splinter Cell VR, and Assassin's Creed VR, both directly from Ubisoft, and also, of course, GTA San Andreas ported in VR from Oculus, as we saw during the last Connect. What stole the show, by the way, was Bonelab, the next chapter of Boneworks that is gonna arrive also to the Quest 2. We saw a trailer that was absolutely fantastic, reminding me how much I love that game. By the way, if you see all blurred stuff, it's because there were some copyrights problems showing the Bonelab trailer for some reason, so if I got another copyright like I did from the latest video, well, I'm just gonna blur up this so everyone is happy, because I can stay behind all this stuff all the time. But yeah, you can wishlist this on the store, by the way. There are some screenshots from the Quest 2 version there, and comparing them to the trailer that we saw is not that different, and really shows how much work there was behind this game. Also, of course, it's arriving to PC VR. That's where I want to see it and where I want to play it. But the good thing is that the physics are going to be exactly the same, so the game is not going to change at all, if not on a graphical standpoint. And another interesting thing, and that's why I'm talking about it from very long, by the way, but that was the important part of the news, is that this game is probably also going to run at 120Hz using the new technology on Quest, by the way, and synchronous space warp. This might be a bit tricky to pull out because they're gonna have to run the graphics at 60Hz and using a synchronous space warp to run it at 120Hz, when the physics itself is gonna have to run 120Hz all the time. The CPU seems to be capable enough on the standalone chipset, the GPU a bit less, so this technique uses the movements of your body to understand where the next frame is gonna be, so instead of actually rendering the frame in-game, is gonna just create a fake frame to use in-game. It's not gonna be as heavy, of course, as rendering the game itself, freeing a lot of resources. That's why it can run at higher frame rates, even if it's not really that frame rate. I use space warp or reprojection pretty much all the time with my Valve Index to run some games at 144Hz. I have to say that there are some glitches that you can see in some stuff, but overall it's much smoother and much more enjoyable. insane and native 120 Hz game like that with that graphic, it would be absolutely insane on a standalone headset. I can't wait to see it. And the other thing that I actually presented for the Quest 2 was actually a new home environment. The same one where they actually held the conference for the game announcements. So yeah, right now you're able to download it on your Quest 2, go around, press around, look around, and then go back to the space station because it's the best one out there. Last two pieces of the news is a new hand tracking 2.0. Well, there's a new version out there right now for all the games. All the developers can actually use it, and this is absolutely fantastic. The change is night and day over here. You can actually now overlap your hands, and I don't know how they pull it out and they made it happen, but this is just absolutely fantastic. It's 10 times better than what it was before. It's very similar now for quality to lip motion that uses many more sensors to actually have a great hand tracking. And yeah, I don't know how they did it. You can try it in Cubism, you can try in many different games, and yeah, the difference is palpable. It's absolutely something to try. And now that this is much better, I really would like to have an interface in VR on the Quest 2 to actually touch and use instead of just clicking like this that never really clicked on me, let's say. But now the most exciting part for me, at least, is that Formula 1 2022 was actually announced, and this time, I'm asking for many years to EA to do it, they actually added VR support, native VR support, like they did with Squadrons, for example. So yeah, you're gonna be able to drive the new cars and the new trucks, the career mode and everything in VR without going through warps like we did in the past. That was taking a lot of time to actually make it work, and it was working super well. It was doable. I actually played a lot that game, but yeah, it wasn't native. Now it's gonna be native. Hopefully they're gonna do a good job like they did with Squadrons, because I'm really tired of like just buying games to then mod the games to have Formula 1 cars in there like I did now for Automobilista 2. That, by the way, it's awesome, works very well. I love simulators in VR. I love Formula 1. I love to drive. I love to drive in VR. So yeah, this is perfection for me, and I can't wait for it to come out. Are you excited about F1 2022? Are you excited about 120 Hz games on the Quest and Bonelab? But that's gonna be cool. Let me know in the comment below. But here you have it, guys. These were the most important things in VR. Again, if you like this kind of video, let me know so I can keep going with them. The response from the last ones were pretty good, so I decided to try it again, and let's see how it goes. Let me know. Remember to like, that helps with that. Dislike doesn't help, but I can't even see it, nobody can see it, so I just don't use it. And subscribe, that helps a lot. And if you really love the channel, there's a gem button down there, a little then further also the Patreon in the description. Thanks to all the patrons that join the channel, of course. That helps with expenses for like softwares and stuff to use for editing and everything. And yeah, I see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Ciao.